Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Now then, I've already done this video once, so I've already done the process and it all just went wrong. So we're doing it again. So I'm just gonna have to show you each stage as best I can with it already prepped, if you don't mind. Right, yesterday when we were talking about sauerkraut, I promised you a recipe today that I was really excited about. We are making apple cider vinegar. Oh, apple cider vinegar. Now then, I've not bought apple cider vinegar from the shops for quite a few years now, simply because I make my own. And the organic with the mother, which we'll talk about in a bit, is very expensive. I was looking online yesterday, and the one I would have bought because of the quality of it and that it was organic and with the mother, for a large bottle, like the 900ml bottles, they were like £15. I couldn't believe the price. When I said to you yesterday, it costs a fortune, I wasn't joking. I knew it had gone up a lot, but I couldn't believe when I looked, just double checked again last night, how much it had gone up. The smaller bottles are like £7. So let's make our own, shall we? All we're going to do, try and buy organic apples, excuse me, if you can. Organic apples, because even buying organic, it still works out cheaper than what you're buying in the shops. For the one make that really is the good one, that we know is the good one, you know. I'm not saying the others aren't, but I don't know, so I can't say the other makes. I know a friend of mine who she has this dietitian, and he insists on this one particular make of apple cider vinegar, and he said you can't use the cheaper ones, you must have the best. So he must have his reasons for saying that, which I don't know. I just know I like to make my own because I know what's going in it and I know it's the best I can make for my family. So I cut up 6 apples. These are only small, so cut up 6 apples, depending on the size of the jar you've got. I'm using the same size as what I used yesterday for the sauerkraut. So we've got a jar here, and all I'm going to do is, all I've done is I've chopped the apples up and I've put them in the jar. I know you can hear that liquid. I will talk to you about that in a minute because I've already, like I said, prepared. So annoyed. Just gone to look over the video and it's just like, oh my gosh. Let's do that again. So anyway, we cut these, as you can see, these apples, the size I've cut them up. And then we're just going to pop these in the jar, like so. Can you see what I'm doing? You can't, can you, people? Would help if you could see what we're doing, wouldn't it? Let me just move you down a moment. Oop, there you go. Oopla. Oopla, oopla. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to pop these apples in the jar. We don't want them right up to the top just because it will bubble up and go over and spill over. There's too much in. So we've got the chopped apples in the jar now. The next thing we would do, which I've already done, is get a 1/4 cup measuring of sugar. Pop your sugar in. And then you're going to put some filtered water in. Again, you're not putting the liquid up to the top, just about there. It's just about there. You want this much space really, if not a little bit more ideally. And then you're going to stir this with a chopstick, or like I've got, you've got a little bamboo, what, not bamboo, what do you call them? You know them barbecue sticks? What do you call them? You know what I mean, guys. It escapes me. What you do on barbecues. Well, one of them anyway. We're going to give that a good stir. There we go. Then once all that sugar's dissolved, you don't want to cover it up like you did with the sauerkraut. You actually want the air to get to it. You're not making a ferment here. You're making a vinegar. So what you want to do is you want to get a breathable top, either a piece of cotton like this. Obviously it has to be clean. Or you can use like one of them disposable coffee filters. Pop that over with an elastic band. And that is your apple cider vinegar starter. What you're then going to do every day is you're going to take the lid off and give it a really good stir around. That will, oops, drop some. That will prevent the mould from forming. You don't want mould. Eventually the acid will take over and kill the mould anyway, but you just, if you get any mould, just scrape it off and go to stirring it up like this twice a day if you can. Morning and night if you can. It only takes a couple of minutes, just while you're making a brew, while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, making a cup of tea. Just go in and give it a good stir, move it around like so. And then you just pop that back over and then pop your lid back on, and then it's fine till tomorrow. Stir it every day, if you can twice a day. Stop that mould from developing. You'll notice it'll start bubbling. When it starts bubbling, you know it's doing its job. If after a few days it stops bubbling, add a little bit more sugar. I don't mean like a full quarter cup. Just maybe a tablespoon or something, just to get that bubbling action going again. So that is really all there is to it, friends. That is it. You'll keep giving it a good stir every day for about 30 days. While you're doing that, you'll notice like a boozy type of ale type of smell to it. Keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring every day. And then eventually, after about 30 days, it'll start smelling like vinegar. You'll still have that apple, sort of appley smell to it, but it will be vinegar. You can get pH strips to test the liquid to see if it's acidy enough. Between a 3 and a 3.5 if you've got those pH strips. They're very inexpensive. I got mine on Amazon. Not sure where they are. I'll have to hunt them out. But I don't tend to use the pH strips for this because I'm used to making it now. I just taste it. It's like, yep, that's vinegar. You know it's ready. Excuse me. Now, apple cider vinegar, you really, excuse me, you really want it to have the mother. It starts forming a sedimenty type, slurry type thing on the bottom. You know it's doing really well. That's called the mother. That's your enzymes, your probiotics, all the good bacteria. That's the good stuff. Eventually that would form a SCOBY and you'd use that to make kombucha, which we may do in another video in the near future. Kombucha, as you know, is like a fermented tea that is really good for you. I know they sell it in little cans in the supermarket, but homemade, you know, don't you? You know homemade's best. Can't beat homemade. So yeah, if it gets that sediment on bottom, you're doing a good job. That's what the mother is. So when you see the bottles in the shop that says apple cider with the mother is the enzymes, the probiotics, all the good stuff that keeps you healthy. Really good for digestion, really good for rinsing your hair. Instead of using hair conditioner, you can use it to rinse your hair after you've shampooed it. It's good for putting in your laundry as a fabric softener instead of your normal shop bought fabric softeners. I don't buy fabric softener anymore. It's good to have with water in the morning in a drink. Just a little maybe a tablespoon in a glass of water. I usually have warm water, neck it. That's good for you. It helps you with your digestion, helps with, what's it called? Sorry if I keep erming. Acid reflux. It's really good for acid reflux. Lots of good things, lots of good things. This is the same process as doing any fruit vinegar. Now, I don't use apple cider vinegar for cleaning because it's too good, it's too precious. But I do use fruit scraps for fabric softener, cleaning, hair conditioner. And what I would do is I would use something like orange peel. As you eat an orange, don't throw the peel away, put it in a bag, put it in the freezer. Keep doing that till you've got a bag full of orange peel, or you can do it with banana peel. You can do it with any fruit, any fruit. You pick a fruit, you can do it. Stick the peelings and the core and everything else in a jar with some filtered water, not tap water, and some sugar. Do the same process. Keep stirring it, stirring it, stirring it every day for 30 days. You've got fruit vinegar. Use it to clean your house, use it to rinse your hair, use it as a fabric softener in your washing machine. And it's for free. The only thing you've paid for is that little bit of sugar that you've put in. You're going to throw the peelings away. Magical, isn't it? Fruit scraps. If you want a video on that, let me know. And I will do a video on the fruit scrap vinegar for you. And we'll have some fun with that as well. So, apple cider vinegar. Don't get better than that, does it? I've already done my sauerkraut. You know, the release, finger tight, back for another day. That's good now till tomorrow. Keep an eye on that over the next 4 days now, because it's been a day now, hasn't it? It's another 4 days and that should be ready. I can pop it in the fridge. I'll show you what we're doing with this next. We'll siphon this after about 30 days, but I'll keep showing you in other videos that I'm doing with you. I'll keep showing you what it's looking like, so you get a good idea. So if you're doing it as well, you know you're not doing anything wrong. It's looking as it should. And yeah, in about a month's time, that should be ready, that to drink. Apple cider vinegar, absolutely wonderful. So I'm sorry this wasn't the original video. I think the original video would have been better, because I was going through the whole process with you. But you know how to chop apples up and put them in a jar. Top it up with water after you've put some sugar in. Stir it till the sugar's dissolved, and that's good to go. That's all you need to do. So yeah, quick one today, people. Very quick, wasn't it, that one? So yeah, I'll keep showing you the process, and we'll go back to doing some other projects tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm doing with you tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll have some inspiration from somewhere. If you want to see the full process of this over time, this is another one of Mary's Nest's fabulous recipes. I've been following her for years. She's a wonderful woman. Heidi from Rain Country is another one you can go and visit. She's an amazing lady. She knows so much. She's definitely, like myself, very keen on herbal and natural remedies and things. And Mary's amazing with the nutrient-dense food, and Heidi's really good with all the different fruit vinegars, and oh, she's amazing. Herbs, natural remedies and everything. She's a wealth of knowledge too, is Heidi from Rain Country. So I'll try and pop links below for you so you can go and visit them too, ladies. Wonderful, wonderful ladies. I get my need for this natural remedies, and I get my enthusiasm from my great grandma. It's definitely in the blood in my family. She was a wealth of knowledge when it came to herbs and spices and natural remedies and, you know, nutrient dense food. She was an amazing woman. Sadly, I didn't meet her myself. She passed away before I was born, but I heard lots of stories about her from my granddad when I was younger. So she's passed that on to me, that energy and that enthusiasm for natural remedies and herbal remedies and all the good stuff in life, all the good stuff. She used to grow lots of weeds in her garden, and she could cure anything with any of them. It was fabulous what she knew, her knowledge. But yeah, go over to Rain Country and go over to Mary's Nest for lots and lots of know how to do things and inspiration. And if I can help in any way, just with these little videos, then that's brilliant as well. So love to you all. Take care. God bless. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.